Mr. Wanyoike teaching digital platform. In today's lesson, I'm going to teach you on how to solve multiplication mathematics problem. And we are going to start with example one here, where I have a 3-digit number multiplied by a 1-digit number. To start with, you are expected to draw a square like this. And in that square, it should have a 3 column because the first number is represented by 3 digits. The first column and the second column. And having done that, then each of the column, you divide it with a diagonal line into 2 equal portions. Like that, and lastly like that. Having come up with this structure, you're supposed to insert the numbers 1, 3, and 4 on the 3 columns, and you insert letter 7 there, and you put a multiplication sign there. Then you multiply 7, you multiply by 1, you will get 7. And any number which is less than 10, you should start with a 0. So I write 0, 7. Then 7 you multiply by 3, you are supposed to get 21, and therefore you write 2, 1 there. And 7 you multiply by 4, you are supposed to get 28, and therefore you are supposed to write 2 and 8. Then having completed that, you are supposed to start with the last digit that you have written. And in this case, I have written digit 8. And therefore, you start with it. Then you add the number in between the diagonals, the 2 diagonals. You add the numbers in between the 2 diagonals. In this case, we have 1 and 2, and therefore you're supposed to add them. 1, you add to 2, you're supposed to get 3. And the other diagonal, that diagonal is this one. And therefore, you're supposed to take the 2 numbers, you sum them up, you add them up. And therefore, in this case, is 7, you add to 2, you are supposed to get 9. And since the last number here is 0, there is no need of writing 0. And therefore, our answer becomes 938. And therefore, you can proceed and you write your answer where the question was stated, and the answer becomes 938. That marks the end of today's lesson. Till next lesson, bye-bye.